disgusting. You know, for that, the terrorism is so bad thing. But this is the language. We must know the good word and the bad word, the good subject and the bad subject. And today we will talk about the terrorism. Terrorism and why did it happen in our country, and what, for example, that is needed from our country, terrorist incident, and your opinion about it, and who encouraged it, and who are the beneficiary from it. Terrorism is something happened in our country. After Baghdad failed at 23, the terrorism is grow up in our country. Why the terrorism is grow up in our country? The terrorism grow up because the American governor at that time dissolved the Iraqi former army, and also the police, and all the security systems and directorate. The American governor dissolved them, and by this way, there is chaos happening everywhere in Iraq, because there is no security forces, there is no police station, there is no army, there is nothing. And the thing which happened, that means our neighboring countries encourage the terrorism in our country. Everyone is looking for his, for example, for his, interest. And by this way, a lot of people came from outside to here to Iraq, a lot of terrorists, by support from some intelligence system from everywhere, and all the countries around us support, the terrorists in order to came in, in our country. By this way, the terrorism is grow up in our country. A lot of people, is killed. As you can see at the time, that means the terrorism is grow up in our country at 26 and 27. The life stopped at that time. Most of the people settle in this, for example, their houses. No one can come out to another area. No one can go to the work. No one can go from area to area, because the fake checkpoints separated in everywhere, and the life is stopped. Is completely. You can see tens of the dead body in the streets, and also you can hear every day hundreds of the explosion blew up in everywhere. The people are scared a lot. And also our, our neighboring countries didn't stop for this edge, but they created the sectarianism. In our country. Sectarianism is something so ugly. Iraqi people didn't use to have sectarianism between them, and no one know before the meaning of the sectarianism, but that means there is some beneficiaries behind of this, and most of the people know that. For that, the terrorism is grown up. The people is injured a lot, hurt a lot, get a lot of problem, a lot of people killed, a lot of innocent, a lot, hundreds of thousands from, car bomb blew up, and thousands of the suicidal bomber blew up themselves and killed the innocent people. Also, at the same time, that means a lot of, for example, bomb, a lot of assassinations happen against some people. For that, this is the terrorism. It's ugly subject, it's horrible subject. And the people in Iraq is not, for example, didn't use on the blood and murder. They are naive, they are simple, they are kind people. But the problem is, this is outside agenda. It came for us, and we must to deal, in this way. And by this way, some people involved in it. Some of gangs participate and share in it, and a lot of people were as a victim because of the terrorism in our country. And everyone knows that America and Israel behind all these war which happened in our country, because who are the beneficiaries from the terrorism is only America and Israel, because they went to destroy Islam and destroy all the Arabic armies in order don't make any force, here in the Arabic nation, and by this way, no country can attack Israel in the future. in order to protect Israel from the Islam and from the Arab, specifically because everyone in the world knows that Israel occupied Palestine since a long time, and they scare from any Arabic countries to grow up as a strong force, and by this way, Israel will be in danger. For that, they send for us the terrorism, and they feed it by money and by weapons and a lot of things they prepare that for the terrorism in order to destroy the people here in Iran.